Forget everything you think you know about tech. Seriously, the biggest gold rush of our lifetime is happening right now, and it's not for some shiny new app. It's for the very engine that's going to power our future, artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to follow the money, see who's building this new world and why they're betting absolutely everything to get it done.
Take a look at this number, $320 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not the value of the entire AI industry. No, that is the amount of cash that just 4 companies, we're talking Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta, are planning to spend in a single year to stake their claim. It's a staggering war chest.
So the big question is, where is this mountain of cash actually headed? It's not just to make your search results a little smarter or to create some new photo filters. This is way bigger. They're building the literal infrastructure of our future, the digital highways, the power plants, the factories, and the scale of what they're trying to do, well, it's pretty mind-blowing.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to follow that trillion-dollar trail, starting with the spending spree itself. Then, we'll meet the 2 main players, the giants and the gamblers. We'll break down the AI engine they're actually building, look at the huge risks they're taking, and finally, get to what it all means for you and me, the jobs of the future.
All right, first up, the AI spending spree. And look, this isn't just a little wave of investment. This is a full-on capital tsunami, and it is completely redrawing the map of the tech world as we know it.
Now, this isn't just about spending for spending's sake. It's an incredibly focused strategy. The Big Four are all in on 2 key things. First is training their AI models. Think of it like sending an AI to the world's most elite university 24/7 to make it smarter. The second piece is inference, which is all about making that super smart AI fast and efficient enough for us to use every day. The ultimate goal here? A vertically integrated stack. That's just a fancy way of saying they want to own everything from the chip in the server to the app on your phone. Total control. But the tech giants aren't the only ones playing this high-stakes game. There's another kind of investor pushing all their chips to the middle of the table. So let's look at these 2 key players, the giants and the gamblers.
This really breaks down the 2 different philosophies perfectly. On one side, you've got the giants. They're the architects, using their insane cash reserves to methodically build this massive digital empire. On the other side, you've got the gamblers, the venture capitalists. They're more like explorers, making these huge, high-risk bets on startups, hoping one of them strikes gold and becomes the next big thing. So one side is building the kingdom, and the other is trying to fund a revolution.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Even the gamblers, the supposed risk-takers, are actually playing it pretty safe. A whopping 80% of their money is going into the foundational layers of AI, either the core models themselves, like Anthropic or XAI, or the raw infrastructure that makes it all run. And that tells you something really important. Right now, the real money, the real focus, isn't in the flashy apps. It's in building the deep, concrete foundation.
So, we followed the money, we've met the players, now let's get to the core of it. What in the world are they actually building with all this capital?
This quote just nails it. Think of all this investment as a giant dam. It's redirecting the flow of the most critical resources on the planet right now, capital, chips, talent, and energy, all into these specific AI projects. And of course, when you control the dam, you decide who gets the water, and you get to set the price. It gives you incredible power over everything that gets built downstream. And this dam is being built with 4 crucial blocks. It all starts with raw compute power, securing a supply of chips, which are basically the digital gold of our time. Then you have the physical infrastructure, these massive, sprawling data centers that are the new factories of the 21st century. Next, you need the brains of the operation, the core AI models. And finally, and maybe most importantly, you need the human talent, the brilliant engineers and researchers, who are often acquired by just buying their entire company. But let's be real, building an empire is never a smooth ride. This massive investment comes with some serious short-term risks, but the long-term prize they're all chasing, well, it's nothing less than total market dominance. Yeah, in the short term, there are some major headwinds. We're talking people questioning the return on investment, worries about a tech bubble. Supply chains for chips are still a mess, and these systems need a shocking amount of energy. But if they can push through all that, the prize on the other side is just immense. We're talking about automating entire industries, a level of productivity we've never seen, and profits that could honestly dwarf everything that's come before.
Okay, so this all leads to the one question that really matters to all of us. In this new AI-powered world they're building, where do we fit in? What does all this mean for our careers, our jobs, our future?
So the narrative isn't about replacement, it's about reconfiguration. Think about it. AI is getting really good at the repetitive, tedious stuff. And that frees up human beings to focus on what we do best: high-level strategy, creativity, critical thinking. Our job description is changing from doer to director. We're not just operating the machine anymore, we're conducting the entire orchestra.
And this shift is creating a whole new class of jobs. Things like AI governance, prompt engineering, workflow redesign. These aren't just new titles, they represent entirely new ways of working. These are the people who will be the translators between human goals and machine execution. The future really belongs to those who can learn to collaborate with these incredibly powerful new tools.
So the foundation is being laid, right now, brick by digital brick. The giants are building the infrastructure, the gamblers are funding the crazy new ideas. But the final chapter of this story, that hasn't been written yet. That's up to us, the creators, the builders, the entrepreneurs, to decide what we're going to build on top of this incredible new foundation. The future isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we build.